Hi guys, Bryonna Nobles, the witch next door here, and I'm going to be showing you some spa treatments that you can do from home without breaking the bank or sending you scurrying off to the store. We're going to be using some all-natural ingredients that should be in your kitchen cupboard and talk about the magical enhancements they provide. Alright, so hands down, I have been extremely stressed lately. I've been doing a lot of stuff. Things are going right, things are going wrong. Either way, it causes stress. If something's going right, that's more work. If something's going wrong, that's even more work. You know, stress is just a part of our everyday life. And we've got to kind of tap it down. And the best way I found to do that is a do-it-yourself spa day. Now, so many people out there think that you have to go to the store and spend hundreds of dollars on all these items to make yourself relaxed. Well, spending all that money when you don't have it, not very relaxing. So all of these things are things you can do at home. It has just as good of an effect as the stuff that you can buy at the store, and in my opinion, sometimes better, adding a lot more chemicals to your body. So the first thing you need to do is set your ambiance. Pick up your favorite scented candle. If you don't like scents, you don't have to do them. But I find like putting candles around and having that nice glow is nice and relaxing. It's soothing. It rests your eyes. Also, music, very important. Set up your music. I have my little player here. I don't normally listen to music during the spa thing. I'm actually listening to an audiobook. Right now, I believe I'm listening to Kimberly Kincaid's Give Me Some Sugar. So, you know, set up an audiobook, set up some music, whatever you want. It can be relaxing, it can be hard rock, whatever works for you. This is your treatment. Alright, so let me go do the scary part, which is taking off my makeup, and we will get started. So here we are. This is me. Sans makeup. You know, I feel really exposed, but does anybody else feel really good whenever they get all that makeup off their face? So we're going to start out with a sugar scrub, and this is just to kind of get our face clean, get away all the dead skin cells, and just kind of sweeten things up a bit. So we are going to use a sugar scrub. Now, yes, you can go to the store and you can spend, you know, $8, $10, $100, whatever, on a store-bought sugar scrub with lots of chemicals in it. But honestly, all you need is water and sugar. This is just plain white sugar from the cabinet. You don't need anything fancy. This does the trick. If this is a little harsh for you, you can mix it with 1 part sugar to 1 part brown sugar. It's going to soften it up a bit, but you definitely want to keep that white sugar in there because it's more granulated, so it's going to scrub your skin a little bit better. And sugar is really great for just sweetening up your life a little bit. You can sweeten others to you. You can sweeten your own disposition. You can sweeten your house, your home, your business. Mixed with cinnamon, it attracts money. So sugar is just a nice way to kind of sweeten your life. So hey, if you're going to grind something into your skin, it might as well be something to sweeten it, right? All right, so we're just going to take some into our hand. I like to wet it a little bit and make kind of a paste here to work with. So see my little paste. And you're just going to take that and you're just going to scrub your face with it. I suggest pulling back your hair. I didn't really think to do that. I don't have any bands with me. I'm house sitting, so my hair is going to get in the way, but highly recommend pulling back your hair for this. So yes, I just worked it all around my face, and I'm going to go wash it off now, but like it just takes away all the dead skin cells. And I'm at the table, so I'm not going to use this bowl of water to wash it with. I'm going to run to the sink, so be right back. So my face feels so nice and soft now. I do recommend doing this in the bathtub, though, and that way you can just kind of scrub your entire body with sugar, just get all those dead skin cells off. It feels amazing after. All right, so for our next step, you are going to need an empty bowl. Mine's empty now, magically. Anyway, so you're going to need an empty bowl. Make sure it's heat resistant because we are going to need some hot water. I'll be right back. So here we are. We have our hot water now. We're going to pour it very carefully into our heat resistant bowl. Oh yes, you see all that steam coming up? Oh, that is what we want. What we're wanting here is the steam. Now see, water is definitely a big part of a spa day, and it's so overlooked. You have to remember, water is one of our major elements. It represents the West, and it's all about purification and healing and harmony and peace. So it's really nice for a spa day. I guess that's one of the reasons we are so relaxed by them is it's not just pampering ourselves, but we are surrounding ourselves with water. Big fan of water. I am a Cancer. I also find water to be very inspirational. Like all of my author friends, they're all like, oh, I got stuck on this scene. I went and took a shower. And then I knew what to do. Water. So anyway, so you want this steamy water, and you need a nice clean towel. And you're just going to put it over your head. And what we're going to do is we're going to put our face over the steam for about a minute and just let it open up our pores. All right? See you in a minute. Okay, so there we go. Our pores are nice and open now. You just want to do that for this next trick I'm going to show you. You want to have your pores nice and open. That way we can get them nice and cleaned out. So that's just a really simple, easy way to do it. If you're already in the bathtub and you don't want to get out and do the hot water trick like this, you can just run a washcloth under some really hot water. Not so much that's going to hurt you, but really hot water. Put the rag on your face. I can talk. Put the rag on your face and let it sit there for a minute, and that'll open up your pores as well. For our next part, you're going to need honey, cinnamon, and nutmeg, because we are going to make a great face mask. Again, for this part, highly recommend pulling back your hair if it touches your face, or this mask is going to drive you crazy. Again, I don't have anything to do that with because I am unprepared. But anyway, so what you want to do is you want to take about a tablespoon of honey. I highly recommend raw honey. It's my favorite kind to use. It just tastes better to me, and it has more nutrients than processed honey. It is a little bit more expensive, but this one is actually from the Blue Ridge Mountain Company, because I'm over near the Blue Ridge Mountains. I like doing locally harvested because, one, always support your local stuff, but also if you have really bad allergies caused by pollen like I do from my years as a florist, honey really helps boost your immune system if it's gathered by local bees, because they're taking from that pollen, and it just kind of helps boost your immune system. For your face, honey is a natural moisturizer. Ooh, there's my honey. It just locks in all the moisture. It's also an antibacterial, so it's going to help you if you have a tendency to break out pimples and acne and all that great stuff. So it works really well to kind of even out your skin tone, stop with acne. Some scholars think the ancient Greeks believed that this was ambrosia, the food of the gods. So that was how precious honey was in ancient Greece. It was highly associated with Aphrodite, goddess of love and beauty. So it's really great as a beauty treatment. It's very healthy for you. Lots of nutritional benefits, lots of magical benefits. It gathers love to you. It sweetens your life. I could do a whole video on honey. Really great. I tend to use a lot of it in my beauty magics and as well as my everyday life. To do that, you want to add about a teaspoon of cinnamon. This is going to help with your blood flow. It reduces pimples and blackheads, just kind of plumps your skin and makes it look really nice and healthy. Magically, cinnamon is associated with fire. So, you know, we've been doing all this water, so I find that a lot of my tricks also involve a lot of fire, which is the opposite of water. So that balances out nicely. And it's good for a lot of things. Clairvoyance, love, healing, harmony. I'll leave a link below where you can really see some of the benefits of these different herbs I'm using, because a lot of them have a long list. But I don't really measure anything. I just kind of put it in until it looks right. Next, you're going to add a teaspoon of nutmeg. Now this is completely optional. I like using it because it's an antibacterial, it's an antifungal, it's an anti-inflammatory. So it just kind of like helps with everything. So it's a really nice thing to put in any face mask. But if you just want to do the honey and cinnamon, completely up to you. Again, I didn't really measure. I just kind of poured it in there. If I need to add more, I can. I'm going to add a little bit more cinnamon, actually. I don't like mine to be very liquidy, which is another reason why I really like using the raw honey. I find the processed honey is very liquidy and it's going to drip a lot more. Either way, this is going to drip. It is going to make a mess. So be prepared for that. But it works so well. Now, I've seen people who go in and mix this with a spoon. It's going on your hands anyway, people. Just mix it with your fingers. So we're just going to mix all of these up nice and well together until it forms a nice dark paste. See? Just a nice dark paste. Then you're just going to scoop it up and you're going to smear it on your face. Ready? Here we go. So now that that is applied all over the face, it's going to be drippy. Just prepare. As you can already see, it's already starting. Doesn't matter how thick you do it, it's always going to be a little bit drippy. So wear something, or be in the shower. Like, wear something you don't want to mind it dripping on, or be in the shower, something. I leave this on about 20 minutes to an hour, just depending. Completely up to you. It's what you're comfortable with. Now, the magical properties of the nutmeg, because I realized I forgot to tell you, is more along the lines of money, fidelity, health, luck, that sort of thing. But actually, cinnamon, nutmeg together, very good for inspiration and clairvoyance. So if you are an artist, a writer, or whatever, if you use your creativity and you find yourself blocked, this is a great way to just kind of unleash your inspiration again. Call it to you, however you want to put it. Especially if you go and soak in the tub like I am about to do. Now, I do want to say there is one other ingredient I like to add to this mask sometimes, but I don't have any right now, and that is a lemon wedge. And that just kind of evens out your skin tone. It's a natural source of vitamin C, and it'll lighten your skin if it's been like really darkened by the sun or age spots. So if you're having that problem, definitely add just one little wedge of lemon. If you do more than that, it's just going to be way too liquidy and you don't want that. But lemon's also a great purifier. Next, we're going to go for the bath. Highly recommend that you take a nice long hot soak. Now, you don't have to have a fancy bathtub for this. I've noticed that in a lot of the spa videos on YouTube, they have really nice bathrooms. But that is not everybody. I just have a regular little tub, okay? But anyway, to have a nice spa bath does not cost a lot of money. In fact, you can do it all with just one ingredient: sea salt. It does need to be sea salt. I mean, you can use the other salt. Sea salt works the best. It's the most pure. It's nice large granules. Just let them dissolve in your hot water. Start putting it in as the tub is filling. It'll dissolve, but it'll just soften your skin. It's very purifying. If you want to get a little bit more fancy, feel free to add a cup of milk. The fattier, the better. In fact, I'll use half and half sometimes. The more fat that's in there, the more nutrition your skin is getting, the softer you're going to feel. I can show you videos on how to do tea baths if you'd like. Just leave a comment. Let me know. I'm happy to do that because I love a nice tea bath because it just infuses your bath water with so much goodness. And if you're going to take a hot bath, there is nothing better to do that with than a nice cold drink. This is actually water that I have infused with cherries, oranges, and apples. And I do this about half an hour to an hour before I'm going to get in the tub. That way it's nice and flavorful. It's so yummy, and it's just such a great way to make you feel like you're indulging yourself while keeping yourself hydrated. So those are some of the things I do for my own spa treatments. Now, I have other recipes. These were definitely my simplest and most basic. So if you enjoyed this video, please let me know. Giving me a like, letting me know in the comments, because I have other recipes that I am more than happy to share. I have a great all-natural deep conditioner because I dye my hair, I straighten it, so it could use it. I've got body scrubs and everything else. They all get a little bit more complicated. They all bring something a little more different into your life, but I am happy to share if you're enjoying it. Until next time, stay relaxed and safe journeys.